Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I am here with day 15 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life Series 18. And today's sketch is mine. I created this sketch for Christy, and so I'm excited to try and create with it. I made it with this picture in mind, so I knew what I was doing when I put it together. I'm going to use my Simple Stories Just Beachy. Oddly enough, I am not going to use like sandcastles and stuff. I'm going to end up pulling in some other things from the Just Beachy collection. I've got a couple perspectives that I have left over from the past. I've got a solid white cardstock and then these three 8 by 11 cardstock that I'm going to use to make the circle features on here, and then use ink to make them the colors that I want them. And then just bring in some of the embellishments and stuff from the Just Beachy. So I've got my papers, my embellishments, my inks, my picture, and the sketch. So let's see how this goes. So I just use my circle trimmer to make I think it's like 8.5 or 8.25, 11 and 5-inch circle. Now, of course, obviously I'm not going to get a full 11-inch circle out of an 11 by 8, but I just needed enough for it to be that bit at the bottom that's going to be blue. And then that part in the middle, it's going to be like a tan sand color. And then the one in the top is going to be, yellows and orange. So I start with lemon zest, and this is a Delusion Shimmer Spray. And then I spray the Pure Sunshine, which is also a Delusion Shimmer Spray. And then finish that one off with Tangerine Dream. And then I'm going to use Scattered Straw on this one, which is the sand. Like, that's the closest color I had to like a sand color. And then for the water, I'm going to use Mermaid Lagoon. And those two, the Scattered Straw and the Mermaid Lagoon, are Distress Oxides by Tim Holtz. The other three were Delusion Shimmer Sprays by Diane Reevely. I do put a piece of white cardstock down to get the extra ink off of this blue one. I also did that with the orange one. And I will hopefully use those later with something, because I love having that second pull on there. It extends your ink life and gives you, something extra that you can, use that paper for. So I'm going to get the blue on here. I put it up there a little lower than I wanted originally. I was on the phone with my mom and I went, well, I guess you're going to stay there. And she was like, what are you talking about? And I said, oh, well, my blue paper went down a little bit quicker than I wanted it to, but it's fine. So, and then I get the tan on here, the sand colored, and I put the little flat part up at the top, because I know it's going to get covered by the sunshine. And then I take this Simple Stories stencil, and I use some Salty Ocean and put that there. I didn't need it to be too dramatic or too drastic of a difference in the color, but I wanted it to be visible. And so originally I was going to use Blueprint Sketch and Mermaid Lagoon for some color changes and to give it some depth in the ocean, but decided that since I was going to put that Salty Ocean in there, that I didn't want to add too much. So then I get this circle down, and then I'm going to add the sunshine to cover that flat spot. It's going to come off the edge, which I'm okay with. It's like that on the sketch as well. And it's going to end up getting cut off a little bit more because I'm going to end up trimming this page down and matting it. I wasn't sure I was going to do that originally, but changed my mind and decided to. I started to pat that down with my hand, and Delusion Shimmer Sprays don't always dry completely right away. So I ended up taking a paper towel and pushing it down the rest of the way to get it to properly stick. Now I'm just adding some embellishments. I want to use this flamingo tag over here on the right side, and then I'm going to use these florals. And I was, like I said, I was on the phone with my mom, and I'm like, should I put florals on this beach layout with AJ? And she's like, no, how would you put flowers on a beach layout? And so then I kind of went back and forth with what I wanted to do, went back to the flowers, liked the way that they looked. The colors really help. They pop things out. And so then later on that night, right before I was done on the phone with her, she said, go back to your layout and finish it up and don't put any flowers on there. I said, too late. So maybe she won't like this layout. Mom, if you're watching, sorry. But anyway, I like the way that it turned out. It was not what I originally envisioned because I was definitely going to do like a sandcastle type layout. But the only stuff I really had that fit was kind of childish looking. And I know I'm documenting a baby, but it was just not. I don't know. Something about it was not speaking to me. And so I decided that I was just going to go with my gut and I was not going to use the. It was like Francis Myers or some like really old, like a towel and bucket and things like that, that I just don't know if I would have liked the way they looked in the end. But this I like. I do finish it off with some with some jewels on here in blue, orange, and yellow. I make 2 little clusters, plus I cover the tag hole. I don't know if I'll do journaling on here. It depends on which book this goes into. If it goes in his baby book, then I will do journaling, and it'll probably be over there on the right side. But if it goes in the beach book, then it won't need any journaling because it's going to be pretty obvious. I do mat it on a dark blue that I thought fit well and helps bring it all, kind of reining it all in together. And that is it. I really am happy with the way this turns out. And I'm glad that I decided to mat it because I really feel like that finished it off well. Yeah, so I was just checking it out, making sure that I liked it and that it didn't need anything else. And that's it. Here is the original sketch again that I created. It was fun to create because it's out of my comfort zone. I don't normally do that. I've probably done like 3 or something. I think I've done 2 other ones for Christy for 30 Days of Sketches. And so it's fun to come out of your comfort zone occasionally. I hope you go check out other people who are doing 30 Days of Sketches. There is a playlist. I will be very interested and excited to see how people use a sketch and how they see it and what it looks like on their layout. So I'll be checking that out. Lots of inspiration. You can always go on Facebook. There's a 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life Facebook page where you can find all the sketches from this season as well as all the seasons before, plus all the inspiration that people have posted there. So you should definitely go check that out. I would love it if you'd give me a thumbs up if you like this video and or my layout. I promise I am very appreciative of the time that you take to spend with me. It does not go unnoticed. I hope you have a great day. I hope you get a chance today to do something you love with someone you love, and happy scrapping.